You are officially an incinerator. Welcome to Incense and Common Sense, the live streams that we do here on the Alert Zone TV. Out to everybody because this is a worldwide movement. I'm gonna give everybody a couple minutes to get in here, like always. You guys and girls, I would love for y'all to become active citizens. Y'all already know how to do that. Um, Hope everybody's having a good day. Give everybody a couple minutes to get in. Um, Shout out to GunTube, all the gun tubers. Shout out to everybody that supports the Alert Zone TV. Also, as you come in, make sure you get a thumbs up. Thank you to everybody for the support. Little bit by little bit, the channel is growing. We growing. And if you can, when you come in, stay tuned. It's gonna be a good conversation. I'm gonna try and shoot for 30 minutes, but you know sometimes this thing go longer than that. So we'll do like always, give everybody a couple minutes to get up in here. Excuse me. Hope everybody having a good day. And sorry everybody. Just kind of got some stuff going on, but I thought I would do this live stream because this is something that I wanted to do live. Definitely. Like I said, shout out to GunTube. Shout out to everybody that support GunTube. Um, this is definitely gonna be a banger here. Hope everybody's doing well, wherever you are. So, yeah, definitely we growing. Um, so we got two wonderful people in here. Make sure you hit the likes button when you come in. That just helps us out with the algorithm. Um, Seem like we starting to be recommended more on YouTube. Shout out to all the truckers out there. And I want to say shout out to everybody that's out on the highway right now. Wherever you are, I hope you safe travels wherever you're going. Wherever you're going, we wish you safe travels. We got 18 wonderful people in here. Make sure you hit that likes button. Help us out here. Help us out here. Give everybody a couple more minutes to get in. If you're driving and you can't hit the likes button, that's fine. When the program is over with, when the live stream is over with, if you're going to do me a favor. What's going on, Brooksdale fam? Just chilling. Gonna do a live stream about something we need to talk about. I was gonna do this pre-recorded, then I decided to go ahead on and do a stream. I said I was gonna do 30 minutes, but you know how that go. What's going on, William? Willing Del Mello Luna? How you doing? Appreciate you for stopping by. Make sure y'all hit that likes button when you come in. Please. That is very important. What's the topic? It's about ladies getting legally armed. We got a whole lot. Try not to keep y'all too long, but we got a lot to cover about that topic. So that's what the topic is. Definitely. No English? Sorry. Okay, I tell you what. If you don't speak English, that's fine. Put your device on translate and let it translate it for you. Let it translate it for you, because this is worldwide movement. So what we talked about here resonates with everybody around the world. Perdóname. Perdóname. Tú no habla inglés. Perdóname. But change it and translate on. All right, let's go ahead on and get into it. I wanted to talk about ladies being legally armed. Um, I saw something earlier and that I wanted to talk about. So, serial killers. All right, that's the way to go. Serial killers is part of why this subject came up. So, I'm a New Orleanian, native New Orleanian. And back in the late 90s, early 2000s, I remember we had this serial killer. Wow, we got 31 people in here. If all 31 of y'all will give me a like, that'll definitely help. Um, if it's not AI generated, make sure you hit the like. But we had this case about Derek Todd Lee. For those of you who don't know, uh, uh, Team Samuel Jandale. I don't know what you're talking about. Guzman. I don't even know who Jandale is. But we had we had a serial killer that went around killing women and what have you. And I knew about him, but it turned out at the same time they had two other serial killers operating in the Baton Rouge, East Baton Rouge, along I-10 area. And uh, it just made me think because pretty much all the victims were females from different walks of life. Now I know they love to talk about the prostitutes and drug addicts, women of the night. But with Derek Todd Lee, none of those women were into that lifestyle. With Ted Bundy, with Carl Watts, the BTK killer. You can go on and on and on and on about these serial killers. Ariel Castro, even though he wasn't a serial killer, basically he jacked three young girls and kept them captive for 10, 15 years or however long. This made me think. There was one of the victims from Derek Todd Lee. She was the one who wound up actually giving the description, the sketch, and that actually led to his capture. This was the first time I actually seen the actual woman that survived it, because I seen these reenactments, and she talked about how he had came in a house and what have you, and he was basically trying to kill her, and her son came home, and she told him to get a knife. This is where having a firearm comes in handy. The majority of these serial killers, ladies, can't do you anything if you got that thing on you. But because y'all are not synonymous with firearms, most of these guys that's into this serial killing, that's why they target y'all. Y'all are soft targets to them. On TV, they have you thinking only women of the night are targets, but that's not the way it works. One of the things I thought was very, very telling, and it's something I've always talked about here on this channel. The mainstream media has given us an image of what somebody should be as opposed to a definition. One of the women that was a victim of Derek Todd Lee, her mom was talking, and she was saying when she saw him, she would look at him and try and look for an inhuman characteristic, and she couldn't find any. And she said, basically, she could have walked by him 100 times a day and never batted an eye. And it's something I've always said about serial killers and criminals in general. Nobody knows what a criminal looks like. But in America, especially, we've been conditioned that a criminal has to look a certain way to be a criminal. Another thing, They try to say that they thought this was truck drivers doing this, and I've heard this story about them talking about possible serial killing truck drivers. There's probably possibly thousands of them. Let me explain something to you as a truck driver. You only commit crimes where you feel comfortable. It's highly unlikely that a truck driver will be going around the country killing women because you can't get that truck and trailer into a whole lot of these different places. You can't go down the Blade or the Host Roll in a tractor trailer and not have the police stop you. They'd be on you like white on rice. Criminals commit crimes where they are comfortable. The surviving victim of Derek Todd Lee said he told her, "I've been watching you." So he knew to go to her home because she was alone. Because he said he had been watching her. I want you ladies to understand this. Y'all gonna have to get legally armed out here. The world don't see y'all the way they used to. The world see women as hands off. Men see women as equality. Women have always been targets of serial killers because they've always been soft targets. That's the way men have always seen them. And I'll tell you, it's more likely a serial killer is going to kill in an area that he's used to, or a place that he frequents. It's very unlikely for serial killers to go around in areas they're unfamiliar with. That's the whole point of them being serial killers. It was Derek Todd Lee, damn Guillory, I forget his first name, and Sean Vincent Gillis. Sean Vincent Gillis was a nerdy looking white fella with blue eyes and a little curly hair. Looked like he wasn't that type of person. When they finally caught up with him, he said that they let his wife know that she was living with a serial killer, and she said no way. Come to find out, he dismembered one of the bodies in their kitchen, and she pulled the floor up and seen the blood. Another thing, and this is a part of ladies getting armed I don't think a lot of women take in consideration, especially here in America. The prison rate amongst women are skyrocketing. Women are going to jail for violent crimes every day. More and more and more heinous crimes than you guys and girls may think. Because you don't always see them on the news don't mean that they don't happen. Because they don't garner national attention. I'm reading these stories. I'm seeing more and more and more about these violent women out here. While they're telling you to watch the men, the women are just as bad. Like, there's a story I saw of a woman. I guess she was going to leave her husband or her boyfriend or whatever. He fell to sleep. This woman doused his whole man body, doused his whole body in sulfuric acid to the point he's in critical condition. That's evil. You got a lot of evil going on out here, ladies. I want you guys and girls to think, ladies especially, to think about this. I've said this and I'll continue to say this. These crime rings out here, these crime syndicates and all that, you can't have a crime ring without women being involved. And more you have these nationwide, worldwide drug busts, you find out more and more women are tied to this. I already knew that. You can't have these large-scale operations without women being involved. You may not like what I'm about to say, but I'm going to say it. Without Ghislaine Maxwell, there is no Jeffrey Epstein. I just have to be honest. She was just as guilty, if not even more involved than he was. I shouldn't say this, but I'll say it. Allegedly. I don't know all the terms of the cases. But this Diddy thing. To my understanding, Cassie was involved in a lot of this planning and everything that went on. She was just as culpable as him. A lot of these retaliation killings that go on, a lot of times the women being more involved than you think they are. Ladies, you got to get legally armed out here. Go and get you a firearm or firearms. Get comfortable. This may not be your channel, but find your female channel. There's plenty of them out here. Get legally armed. Learn how to carry those firearms on your person. Learn how to shoot them. Keep them accessible. So where if you got to do something to save your life, you can. You cannot take the chance that 911 is going to come or nobody's going to do you nothing. Like I said, most serial killers don't choose women at random. They choose women that they know or areas that they frequent. It may be a random female, but from an area that they're used to. You can't take your life for granted, but you also have to understand something. Men are not the only threat to women out here. I know we hear a lot about domestic violence. You guys and girls know I just tell it like it is here on this channel. There's a lot of violence in these lesbian relationships, and I didn't know that until about a year or two ago when they started actually coming out public with it, talking about how much of violence there is in that community. And then the numbers start coming out. Ladies, get out here, get you some firearms or a good firearm. I always say multiple. Learn them. Use them to protect yourself. Keep them with you. Keep your head on the swivel. Understand, I know you've been given an image of what you think a killer is going to look like. Ted Bundy could have never been the serial killer he was if he fit the image but not the definition. Dennis Rader, the BTK killer, looked like a guy you could sit down and have a conversation with and laugh and giggle and go on and on. And yet he was a serial killer. These guys out here, they're very cunning, but they look normal. That's how they were able to pull this off. It's just a whole lot that's different from what it used to be. I just want ladies to get out here and get legally armed and protect yourselves. They often say an armed society is a polite society. I say people won't try you if they think they got something on you. Now, that has been one benefit of the image over definition. There's a lot of guys and girls that look apart and may not actually be about what they look like, but their looks keep people off of them. People see them dressed a certain way. People see their demeanor, their facial expression, and say, I don't think I can try him or try her. That has been the benefit of what an image should be in your mind. But understand something. As the lady who passed on from Derek Todd Lee, mom said, these guys look so normal. These guys look so regular. They don't even look like guys that you'll jack your purse from when you see them. That's the way it goes. I ain't gonna hold you guys and girls up too much longer. I just thought I'd go ahead and do this live. Across this world, ladies, protect yourself. Here in the U.S. especially, find you a female channel if this channel is not for you. Although we would love for you to stay here because we got a lot of information that is universal here. When I started this channel, you guys and girls that came from me came with me from High Alert TV. Remember, before that channel got taken down, that was one of my focal points. I was one of the, well, I had sessions dedicated specifically to women, encouraging women to get legally armed, and letting them know that that's not a masculine thing to protect yourself. It's called survival. To go out here and learn you some firearms. I've been banging on this drum for years already. When you get your firearm, learn how to carry it on your person. So, go out there, learn your laws, get you multiple firearms, make sure they're accessible, keep your head on the swivel and understand something. Just like men, your threat can come from anywhere at any given time. Church, when these guys and girls go shoot up these schools, when they go shoot up these churches, when they shoot up these grocery stores, they don't care about you being a female. Remember, Peyton Gendron said he knew it was going to be old women there when he went and shot up the Tops grocery store in Buffalo. All across this country, all across this world, when guys and girls go on their rampage, they don't see you as being off limits. They see you as easy pickings. If you got to lay your life down, make sure you lay it down fighting. With that being said, I'm going to let everybody get out here. I appreciate y'all stopping by. Hit me in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Until next time, stay safe, stay armed, stay on high alert. We out.